and welcome to Movie Couple Live. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And hey, this is the live stream, the show where we talk about the latest in movie and pop culture news. And we want to, first of all, say, hey, Happy New Year. This is literally
Happy
our
New Year.
Happy New Year. This is our very first live stream back. It should have been yesterday, but given the events of things that were happening, we just didn't feel it was just right to come and talk about movies and Batman and Star Wars and things like that. So we took a break and we want to say thank you all so much for understanding and being supportive, especially to those I talked to directly via our Discord. You guys are wonderful. So we're so sorry that we were so excited to do the stream.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to talk about, our big subject today is Michael Keaton part of the MCU.
Yes.
It's not MCU.
No,
what am I thinking?
no.
Of the DCEU. Initial suck.
Look, they're just words. They're just
But yeah,
letters.
but the fact that Michael Keaton is coming back, I'm like, ooh,
Okay.
this sounds so fun and so cool. I was super excited to talk about it. But
also a new haircut for
new
Dustin.
haircut. Me just going bzzz,
Yeah.
and being like, ooh, it's nice and short and fluffy now.
Yeah. We need the POW thing on screen, maybe right here. Maybe I'll build a new one that'll say we're trying to get rid of this. I don't know if you guys see in between us, like this thing right here. We're trying to get rid of it. Like maybe if we sit off to the side a little bit.
Yeah, kind of sort of.
It's fine. We'll
work
figuring
on it.
We're figuring it all out. And lighting is still such an issue for us because of this webcam, and it's really, really hard to kind of adjust it because everything I've tried, it doesn't work. So we've been testing it out. But anyways, yes, today we are talking about Michael Keaton, what his role will be in the DCEU. Of course, our most anticipated movies of 2021. And we also want you guys to, when we get to that top part of the topic, we want you guys to comment your most anticipated films, whether it's in the chat or in the comment section if you're just watching us after we've gone live. So before we have you guys seen the clip from WandaVision? It looks funny. We haven't seen the latest one yet.
A part of me,
but we're
so close. We're like a week away,
Yes.
and I kind of don't want to see any more. But if there's like a really, really good trailer out there,
Yeah.
we're probably going to have to do a reaction to it. But I'm kind of like, I'm sold. I love this. I'm super excited. This looks incredibly weird and off the wall and bonkers.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to find out what happens. And I don't want to see something in a trailer that makes me go, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I want to be surprised while I'm watching it.
Yeah,
Kind
I'm
of a
gonna
thing.
just adjust that and see what happens. It's fixed it a little
It's
bit,
a little better.
a little bit. But the setting, I don't think because I see Debbie in the chat there playing with the green screen stuff in the computer. It should help. That's what we try to do. But I think it's less of the green screen, and I think it's more of the light not hitting this specific part. So I need to set up a third one. Because technically you're supposed to have at least 3 points of light, like 1, 2, and then 3.
Yeah.
Like
and
behind.
Something that it's just the fact that the green screen behind us needs to be more well lit.
Yeah.
So
I think
as soon
it's
as
more
we're able
of
to get
lighting
I think
problem.
we have a lighting. We just have to kind of figure out how to set it up.
Yeah, it's just playing with it. So anyways, where'd my notes go?
They're right there.
Okay, so before we kind of jump into our topics talking about Michael Keaton and Batman, and of course, all the movies we're looking forward to in 2021, feels really weird to say, but it feels good to say as well, 2021, because I was just so over 2020. And I know, we're literally only 7 days into 2021, and yesterday was like a bit, it was a lot. Yesterday was a lot.
We had an attempted coup.
Yeah, it was not a great day. So which is then I decided to sit there and doom scroll, which was also not healthy. So
no, that's pretty much what the day was, because we were just so scared. I mean, we're just flipping through waiting for any kind of information on what was going on in Washington.
Just not the healthiest thing for your mental health, but you want to stay informed, so it's kind of that delicate balance.
That's actually kind of what 2020 has been. What not to do for your mental health.
Not enough vitamin D. That's my opinion.
Exactly.
But before we jump into our topics, there is a couple of news flash items that I wanted to talk about. So let me just get to the news flash area real quick. That looks different. There we go.
News flash.
Okay, so just got the email and all the announcements this morning, but not too long ago, I posted on Twitter some of our favorite Studio Ghibli Miyazaki films, and I only did 4 because I think Twitter only allows you to do 4 photos at once.
Mm-hmm.
So I only did 4, and I had to put my all-time favorite, and I think it's such an underrated film because everybody and these films that I'm about to name are all great. I love them just as well, but people always talk about, like Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, kind of within that same realm, and they're all great, but some of the movies that they don't talk about is Nausicaa and the Windy Valley, and that was
Yeah.
literally the very first. It's either that or Totoro. It's one of the two. My grandfather used to show me those. But either Totoro was my first film or Nausicaa was my first film, kind of like my venture into Studio Ghibli.
Mm-hmm.
And he loves Studio Ghibli. So I want to say Nausicaa came first. And I love that film so much. And it's just not talked about enough. When you walk into any sort of convention or whatever, and they're selling like Studio Ghibli merch, whether
Yeah.
it's licensed or not, I have a very hard time finding Nausicaa item. Like all I want is like a Nausicaa t-shirt. I think I have and I think I left it in Florida. There was like an art book of Nausicaa in the Windy Valley.
Oh.
And I think I remember buying it or being gifted that, but I don't think I brought it with me. I'm gonna have to go online and look for it. But that's like one of my top favorite Studio Ghibli films. And then of course Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, Princess Mononoke. And
Mm-hmm.
then if we want to like just add on to the pile, there is Spirited Away. Castle in the Sky is a really good one
Yes.
as
Oh, that's a good one.
well.
But
Yeah.
yeah, what is it? Nausicaa is one of like the
So good.
OGs kind of a thing.
I think it's one of his first like feature-length films under Studio Ghibli. I
Mm-hmm.
think because I think it came out in the early 80s.
But yeah, I got introduced to Miyazaki through Spirited Away. That was the very first Miyazaki film that I saw, and ever since then, I've been hooked. I
Yes.
loved the attention to detail on all of the realistic movements that they do, and I love the story, the strong female protagonists. I think it's
Or the tanukis that
the
the
Tanukis.
shape-shifting tanukis in Pampoko.
Oh, that was
That's actually a pretty good film as well. I mean,
mhm.
we really love almost like the entire catalog of Studio Ghibli films, all the ones that we've seen anyways.
Yeah.
But there is a new one that is coming out, and it is called Earwig and the Witch. And what sets this a little bit different than the traditional Miyazaki slash Studio Ghibli films is that this one's like the 3D CG animation. I have a little bit of a mixed feeling about that.
Me
I
too.
think I am so stuck on seeing just, the craft and artistry in a hand-drawn animation for Studio Ghibli films that
Mhm.
kind of just looking at this poster for Earwig and the Witch and seeing that it is, that CG 3D render, it's a little off for me. I don't know. We're gonna have to watch the trailer, and we will do a trailer reaction for it, of
Yes.
course. Uh, but right off the bat, so I'm like very mixed. I am so excited for another Studio Ghibli film, but then I'm looking at this animation. I'm going, I don't know.
It's weird because yeah, there's a lot of it that looks very similar. The style is still there, but when you look at it, you're just like your brain is just like not quite computing and not quite putting the pieces together
It's like,
to
is
where
this Studio Ghibli or is
it
this somebody
does
trying to be
scream.
Studio Ghibli?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It looks like someone trying to impersonate Studio Ghibli. So you get this kind of like, oh, I like it, but wait, there's something wrong about it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what it is. I mean, what the trailer has to hold for us.
Yes.
So, but I want to get that trailer reaction as soon as possible.
Yeah, we're gonna film some. We didn't do any filming yesterday at all because of you guys know we didn't live stream. I even said that I was gonna go on Twitch and have like some relaxing time, and I tried playing Animal Crossing, not online. I just turned it on just to distract myself, and I couldn't even. Usually, when I dive into Animal Crossing, I'm like 2-3 hours into it, and I'm just so happy watching my little character walk through snow and things like that. And yesterday, I just couldn't lose myself in the game that I normally do. So I ended up turning it off. I was like, I guess I'm done with all the daily tasks. I got my recipes and I'm just over it. And that's when I know streaming wouldn't be a good idea because then I'm not even having fun playing the video game. Why am I going to bring that attitude to a live stream?
Yeah, true.
So
we were just
nobody's gonna watch somebody being grouchy.
We were not in the mental health section prepared to do a live stream or to do streaming. So we thought we'd just give ourselves a day to kind of purge ourselves and then actually do like a good live stream.
Yes, and I see Selena asking about whether it's a live action. It is unfortunately not a live action Ghibli film. Without would be interesting.
I don't think I'd ever want to see
It
a
would have
live
to be very
action.
fantastical and very all practical sets. I don't want any CGI in it because I think it'll look weird.
And you'd probably have to get like some puppetry in there for some of the weird
They
creatures.
could totally get together with Jim Henson's studio.
That would be cool.
That
a combination of Studio Ghibli and Jim Henson.
live action story I would watch with puppets and practical effects and very little CGI because I think that can look weird. But yes, the Earwig and the Witch is a new feature-length film. It's just not done in the traditional hand-drawing animation. It is like that 3D CG style of animation. And here is the tagline, the synopsis for it. Can't see because I don't have my glasses on. So I'm just going to make this a little bigger. So the synopsis is, growing up in an orphanage in the British countryside, Earwig has no idea that her mother had magical powers. I love that they always put a little bit of magical, like Kiki's Delivery Service, stuff like that. Her life changes dramatically when a strange couple takes her in and she is forced to live with a selfish witch. As the headstrong young girl sets out to uncover the secrets of her new guardian, she discovers a world of spells and potions and a mysterious song that may be the key to finding the family she's always wanted.
Aww.
That's really
sounds
like Studio Ghibli.
It sounds like a Studio Ghibli
I love it.
story.
So we're loving the synopsis. We're a little not quite decided on the animation style yet. Obviously, we have to watch the trailer and, of course, the movie to really form a final opinion. But this film, it will be open theatrically on February 3rd, 2021, in both Japanese subtitled and English dub versions. And then on February 5th, 2021, it will also be available to stream in the US on HBO Max. And basically, if you guys have HBO
Everything's
Max,
coming out on
you know
HBO
that
Max.
well, Studio Ghibli, they're most of their movies, not all of them, I don't think, are available to watch on HBO Max. So I feel like I want to do like a binge fest
of everything HBO.
Yes. So like that's really exciting to know that, you know, the pandemic, obviously it's a new year, but that doesn't just Thanos away the pandemic.
No.
So we wish that's how viruses work. Like, oh, it's a new year, no virus, like just a hard reset.
Clean slate.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yes.
If it actually like happened, like the earth repairs itself, no pollution, no disease, no virus. Every year you just, and then you have like 365 days and it gets progressively worse.
And then it just completely changes again.
Yeah. So yes, we are so much looking forward to Earwig and the Witch. And I think that some of you guys in the chat here are also talking about, let's see, Andrew says, I've only gotten to see one anime movie in a movie theater, but it was so great to see one on the big screen. Animes are great, I think, on screen. House Moving Castle is an animation masterpiece. Let's see what else.
What is it? There was that one animated anime film that came out that they just completely botched the what is it called? The marketing for it.
Which one?
Was Bridge of Terabithia, like to where it was right after Lord of the Rings came out, and they promoted it as this fantastical world of magic.
Wasn't
the real story is
wasn't that the George Lucas one? Wasn't there a George Lucas animation?
No. The George Lucas animation was something else. But the Bridge of Terabithia,
2007.
And they had advertised it. Oh, wait a second. No, it wasn't that. It was an anime.
Okay.
So maybe, shoot.
If anybody know, put that in the chat, please.
Okay, so it isn't. Okay, there is one called.
And maybe it's coming. It says 2021 film. Based
on.
Oh,
no. This came out a long time ago, but they kind of promoted it as a fantastical world. But what it really was two kids who were friends. One friend becomes what is that called when you're ill and you're going to die? Terminally ill. And it's how terrible. This one kid is dealing with the death of his best friend. So you had all of these parents. That's what it was. And you had all of these parents taking their kids to this fantastical story. And it is the most sad, depressing. I mean, it's a good movie.
Wait, hold on.
But it is just, and people are like, what the heck is this?
Rewind. So some of the kids are terminally ill and their parents take them where?
No. Okay, so in the movie, it was advertised as a Lord of the Rings type of adventure in a fantasy world of magic. What the movie was really about were two friends. One of them was terminally ill. One of them, the kid dies, and it's about the other kid creating this world in his head only once or twice to deal with the pain of his friend's death.
Oh wait, I think I kind of remember about that, and it sounded like I was kind of
And
depressed
everyone
after.
was like,
I don't think I watched
this
it.
isn't what we saw. This isn't what the trailers told us. But yeah, that came out. Yeah, it came out around the time of Lord of the Rings, so they thought they would
They
market
could ride
it.
the train
Yeah,
of the fantastical world and of Middle Earth and things like that. Wow.
that's what happens when when the corporations try to get their hands into marketing.
Yeah, let the marketing people do what they do best.
Yeah.
Hey, David Tadura says, I've had the first of 2 COVID vaccinations, and the second should be on the 25th. David, how are you feeling? That's awesome.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
That's awesome. Let us know how you're feeling. My friend also just got her, she's a frontline ICU, like frontline person. She works in the ICU. So she just got her second vaccine, I think just the other day. I think. Her second dose.
Okay, so that means I think that's all you need is 2, right?
Yeah,
2 shots?
I think she got one like a while ago, and then she posted on her personal page about it. I haven't talked to her much about it because I know she's very busy, she's working the front lines, so I didn't want to bombard her with like, hey, tell me about all this experience. Where she sees some pretty awful stuff every single day, which is she does tell me about a little bit about that. So I was just like, let me not bombard her, but in a couple of days I'll check in with her and see how she feels. So back to Studio Ghibli and this new film. I am like overall mostly and positively excited about it.
Me too.
I'm excited that it will be coming in about a month to HBO Max, so we'll get to watch it. I can't wait to dive into the trailer. I am so curious to see this different form of this different style of animation for a Studio Ghibli film.
Yeah, that is the big thing that I want to see. Is just how does it move? How does it flow?
It's
I mean, what is because one of the things that always has grabbed me about Studio Ghibli is just the attention to detail when it comes to the characters putting on their shoes and tapping them into the ground. The way certain things move, the animation is always beautiful. You're now going to take that animation and start to tweak and play with it. And I'm kind of like, hopefully this works.
Yeah.
So we'll find out when we watch the trailer.
Interesting indeed. There was something else I was going to say and I totally forgot. So we are just going to move forward and talk about the next piece of news in our news flash. And this is about Star Wars, The High Republic. It is now here. So the first books in the like multimedia initiative is, you guys know, set about 200 years before The Phantom Menace. And this I pulled directly from the StarWars.com website. It is a time of peace and prosperity in a galaxy far, far away. The Republic is thriving, and the Jedi Order is at its zenith, with individual force builders and their students exploring the galactic frontier and keeping the peace. But the time is not without its conflicts. So the launch released Light of the Jedi, Test of Courage, The Great Jedi Rescue, as well as the first issue of the Star Wars High Republic comic series. And I think that one is under the Marvel label, like the Marvel Comics label. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, please. And then the next launch we have is about a little bit less than a month away. It's February 2nd, where we'll get into the Dark by Claudia Gray, who I love. I love her books. And the first issue in the IDW's new comic run, Star Wars The High Republic Adventures. So this is what a great time to be a Star Wars fan, whether you've been there from like you've watched the original trilogy in theaters, or you just started kind of your venture into the realm of Star Wars via The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Either way, this is like such a great time to be a Star Wars fan, because not only we're getting all these shows, the Book of Boba Fett, we're getting an Ahsoka series, we're getting a Squadron movie, we're getting so much. We're also getting all these multimedia books, and these books are like it's not all like young adult or
they're very wide.
Yeah, there's like
from comics to novels to young adults.
Yeah, young adults to more of a kid-friendly books. So I think there's something for everybody. And that's not to say that just because you're an adult, you can't pick up like the kids that's for the book that's for kids and take a look at it, because why not? Like you don't know like what kind of, because it's all now a part of the canon, the universe. So this is really exciting. I am going to download Light of the Jedi on my Audible. I do miss reading physical books, like turning the page. But the thing is, then I'm not able to multitask. I can't do dishes or laundry or clean and read a book at the same time. But with Audible, when I listen to it, I can. So I do feel like I absorb it a little bit different. I
Yeah.
feel like I absorb it better, obviously, when I'm sitting down and reading it. But then it's like I don't have that many hours in a day. So I have to choose and pick. And with the Star Wars Audible, it's very like a radio drama. There's sound effects,
Hmm.
great narration, voices. It's a lot of
It's
fun.
a much bigger production that they put into their Audible
Yeah,
books.
it's certainly a production.
Now, I'm actually a little hesitant about this,
About what? The High Republic?
about the High Republic.
Why?
I don't like the time period that they've put it into. Even though it's, yeah, 200 years before the whole before the whole Skywalker saga,
Mhm.
I'm still a little bit of, I still think it's too close. I think they
Mhm.
should take it even further back, almost like maybe 500 years before the
Ooh.
Skywalker saga.
Mm.
And then the thing is, you're still going to have Yoda as kind of the headmaster of the Jedi.
Younger Yoda.
You're gonna have, yeah, five. He's gonna be a
I wanna
midlife
see like
a midlife crisis Yoda.
I wanna see like a Spitfire Yoda.
Yeah, maybe see Yoda when he was
Cause a
just
little
coming up.
chaos.
Because actually, since Yoda came around, because they said the Sith have been extinct for a millennia,
Mm.
and Yoda was like, for 900 years.
Mhm.
When 900 years old you be, look as good you will not. So Yoda has been pretty much around ever since the fall of the Sith.
Right.
So I would almost be more curious to start to see that transition. I
Mhm.
would love to see um, the story that happens before, like, to see the fall of the Sith, to see the extinction of them, and
Yes.
the fact that a baby Yoda,
Mhm, mhm.
you see you actually will see the real baby Yoda,
Oh,
and not
like a
Grogu.
little tiny like an actual Baby Yoda.
Yeah, an actual
God,
baby
that'd be
Yoda,
cute too.
and not actually Grogu.
That'd be
To see
really
almost like the
cute.
first couple of decades of Yoda's life,
Interesting.
and to kind of get a little bit more backstory on
What would
how
they
did
call
he
it
get
if they're
nurtured.
calling 200 years prior to the Phantom Menace the High Republic? What would they call it if it was 500 years prior?
Well, honestly,
Could they
that's
still
still,
call it
they
the
could
High
still call it
Republic?
the High Republic, and it could still be very similar to. I don't know.
The
I think,
Ancient Republic. Stupid. So
or the
stupid.
rise of the Republic. I don't know, but honestly, it technically you could still take this time period and tell some incredible stories.
Mhm.
You still really could have amazing movies, amazing books,
Right.
amazing material going off. I personally just think that it would have been better set maybe a little bit later,
Yeah.
because we know throughout the entire expanse of these stories, the Sith will not be around. The Sith
Right.
will not stir their heads, because the Jedi did not find out about them until um, until Darth Sidious, until, well, technically until Darth Maul,
Mm.
until they were like, no, that's a Sith Lord. We
Mhm.
haven't seen one for over 1,000 years,
Yeah.
kind of
Debbie
a
says,
thing.
but wasn't that the story of the Old Republic? The game.
True. That is the same time period of the game that they had.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm just a little, I don't know. I guess now with some of the successes and failures or shortcomings of Star Wars,
Shortcomings is a better word
I think
than failure.
shortcomings.
Just a
Um,
personal preference.
I am now a little bit more hesitant about when they're going to be bringing out new material in the movie format. I'm already
Yes.
super excited about everything that they're going to bring out to streaming.
Mhm.
So, Ahsoka, more Mandalorians, and stuff like that. But I'm just, yeah, I'm a little concerned. I'm going in
Yes.
there with taking all of this cool new stuff that's coming out with a little bit of grain of salt,
Yeah.
kind of a thing,
I
to
mean,
curb my
you
enthusiasm.
can always, yeah, just in case, because we're such big fans of it, and sometimes we create these like head canons and or like very high expectations because we love it so much that sometimes we read into something where it doesn't, quite turn out as we expected or whatever, and you're just like, well, slightly disappointed. But either way, I am personally excited that there's just these like multimedia books and novels for Star Wars in a previous time period where the Skywalkers aren't quite haven't been brought into the
Yeah,
stories
so they're not
yet.
so as prevalent.
Right. Yeah. Eventually it'll catch up. I think it always does because that's the root of Star Wars, the Skywalker family. So, and also speaking of Star Wars, before we get to Vanja's super chat, just want to let you guys know that Deadline reports about 4 hours ago, this was an exclusive, that this is the person who Michael Waldron, this is the person who is the head writer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and as well as the Loki series. He has been set to write a new Star Wars feature film that Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios and the CCO for Marvel, will develop and produce for Lucasfilm and Disney. So this is just like, it just keeps adding on to our like ever-growing list of Star Wars content. Now, I will also add that in the article by Deadline, it does say on the bottom, Disney declined to comment. So this could be rumor, this could be not, because we always treat, news pieces as just news pieces, and it is confirmed when the studios confirm it.
When the people involved actually say, yes, it's happening, then okay.
Right.
That's when you can take it seriously. But until then,
but it is a nice
rumor.
Piece of, information. It is a nice piece of news for us to kind of to give us a little bit more like, oh, what's this one? Because if it's a new Star Wars feature film, then probably it's not Rogue Squadron that's already been announced with Patty Jenkins to direct.
Yeah.
It probably is not the Taika Waititi film that they
probably not. They're going to probably let Taika go free on that one. To let him be like,
he's also a writer, so but either way, this is just like really, really exciting. A lot more Star Wars content. I'm just gonna fill my closet. I'm just gonna throw out all the normal clothes. So I'm just gonna wear like Star Wars clothes.
All Star Wars clothes.
Like I am today, not planned, but it's my look, it's because Hera's green. That's funny. My Hera shirt. Let's go ahead and get to Vanja's super chat, and then we'll go ahead and dive into our main topic. Thank you so much, Vanja. Vanja says, how are your New Year's resolutions going? Mine were to get in shape to be a circus acrobat and get a girlfriend. No progress so far. Vanja, it is only 7 days into the new year, and we're also in the middle of a pandemic. So I understand you can't really just
give yourself a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, you can't just go and like meet people freely like we did in the past,
So yeah, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I mean, unless you want to do a lot of Zoom dating, I guess.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. You can try some Zoom dating.
And plus, look, you can
Of course, I've kind of been out of the dating circle for
really
quite a while.
I wouldn't know how to date if it was like plopped down in front of me. Like, go date. I would just be really awkward. I'm already an awkward person, so that's interesting. And also, Vanja, we are glad you're okay. I believe there was like a pretty big earthquake in Croatia.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we hope you're okay. Navi, we're glad you're okay. Navi caused our table to shake. It is Navi, not an earthquake.
Come over here. Come over here.
She's
like, give me attention now.
Jeez.
And also, I hope Debbie, you're doing all right. I hope everything is okay over there, and that everyone's handling it all right, handling it well.
Yes. Yeah. Look, earthquakes. Coming from being living in California, earthquakes are never a fun thing because it could just be a little shimmy shake and you're fine, or it could be very, very destructive and scary, and also very unpredictable. It's not like where you see, and I'm not saying hurricanes are a better form of natural disaster, but with hurricanes you can slightly project a path. And for your new year, look at Navi, look over here, look,
dogquake.
Look, dogquake. So look, see, she wants to be on screen, and then she gets all shy. She's like, no, I don't look at me.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
But she's more along the line. She's just like, I want to be, I want to be pet. I want to be on your lap, daddy.
You know what it is because we're not paying attention to her. We're paying attention to them.
Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. Debbie also says the Feige movie was announced a while back. So we're so sorry that we missed the news on that. But we're talking about it now. So New Year's resolutions. I typically don't make New Year resolutions because I break them anyways. Instead, I set a couple of personal goals that I want to work towards, and some like professional goals that I kind of want to work towards. And these are not like I don't do things like I will work out every day, or I am going to you know, go vegetarian because I know me and I know I will be like really good until March or April and then I'm done.
Yeah.
And like I just like it's almost like I get bored or something like that. I'm really really weird with New Year resolutions, but with goals, you have a whole year to kind of work towards that goal, right? There's not an exact deadline for it. Sort of, I don't know. It's a weird thing that I have in my head. So I actually haven't set my personal goals or professional goals this year, and you guys are gonna laugh when I tell you why. It's because I ordered a bullet journal, but I ordered it too late, so it's not arrived yet. I think I'm gonna go pick it up tomorrow, and I don't want to plan and I don't want to write down goals until I have my little bullet journal notebook in front of me. So
It
I'm
doesn't
a
count
really
until
weird.
I've actually got it down on paper.
I'm just really, really weird about that. So that is why I don't have any personal like goals or resolutions, whatever you want to call it. Did you set any for yourself? Is that like a thing?
Actually, no. I didn't. This year, my goal is just kind of like, you know what? Let's just see if we can get through 2021. That's all I care about.
You know what?
I just want to survive it. I just want to get through it.
You know what?
I
It's
want to,
good.
I
Yeah.
want to be able to get back to work, kind of thing. I don't think I've ever said this before. I miss going to work.
But that's also like not entirely in your control. You can't sit there and say, well, the virus is gone. It's up to me that, you know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
you can't say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to go back to work because the virus doesn't exist. It doesn't unfortunately work like that. Wouldn't
I
we
wish
all
it. I wish it did.
today it doesn't exist. I get to do whatever. I wouldn't that be great? Only if. So, what about you guys? Do you guys have any New Year's goals, resolutions? If you do, put that in the comment section. Put that in the chat if you're watching us live. I'm also gonna drop the link to our Discord da, 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 where we discuss so many fun things from movies to video games to lifestyle to pets to food.
To
Join the
pets.
movie couple Discord. We're a fun group of people. I would like to say a very welcoming and open-minded community. We do not embrace toxic. Uh,
Toxicity.
Thank you. At all in there, everybody is entitled to your opinion, obviously, and everybody understands that an opinion is an opinion. Just because one person doesn't like the movie doesn't necessarily make the movie bad. It just means you didn't enjoy it, and then other people happen to think the same way, or it's one person's opinion.
Remember, it's just an opinion
It's also
on
just a
a
movie, guys.
movie or a game or on a TV
Just a
show.
movie.
Enjoy the conversation. Be polite to
Yes,
each other. God, this world needs just more of that.
that's
Just
my
being like,
yeah.
you disagree with me on this movie? Cool. Okay, I can kind of see
Yeah,
that.
we
I
can
mean,
talk
but
about why or
I
why not.
personally feel this way and not, you're stupid. And start, please, let's try to refrain
Don't
from
do that. Let's not do that. Ty says, graduate high school this
Congratulate.
year.
Woo!
Yay! We're rooting you on from our living room to your living room. Let's see what else. Adam says, "Oh, so nice haircut."
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
and he
very
says,
much.
"I also miss going to work." Don't we all?
Oh my
Don't we all just have a
gosh.
little bit of that like structure to your day? You know,
And
it's
also
nice.
it feels like it was so much easier to be productive
Mm-hmm.
when you had that schedule. When you had that, okay, I have to get up at this time, I have to go to work, I
Yep.
got to do this when I get home,
Mm-hmm.
I got to focus on this, this, and this,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can kind of sit back and relax.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like, I don't have to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
So it's very easy to slip into that woe is me kind of mentality.
Well, yesterday that's kind of what we did.
Oh
You
God.
know.
So,
Let's see what else. Oh, right. He was talking about getting in shape. I am doing a 21-day challenge.
mhm.
Today's day 4. I haven't done my workout for today yet, but I actually almost skipped it yesterday, and it was technically, I guess I did it today because it was past midnight when I got to it. But we were coming back in from like letting Navi out from her final walk, and we were talking about the events of yesterday, and I just felt just like all this like emotion. I was like, if I don't turn this into motivation to work out, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna give it up. Like I don't want to give up just because like, oh, I'm a little tired or because it's gonna be tough. Like I don't want to be that
Yeah.
person. So I wrote out my little yoga mat and I did it. And I slightly regret it because yesterday was intense. I was like, why is this day 3? Aren't we supposed to gradually move up? I felt where it was kind of like day 1, okay, like I could do it. I hung with it. Day 2, all right, I hung in there. And then like day 3 went up here where I was just like yelling at myself and yelling at the video that I was trying to follow during the workout. Like, why is this happening? What is this? And then I laid on the floor for about 20 minutes because I couldn't get up.
She was
I
just
was
like,
really sore. I'm a little
why
sore
did I
today.
do this to myself?
Yeah, I gotta drink tons of water so I flush out the stuff. All right, shall we move on to our main topic?
Main topic. I'm so
Main
excited about
topic.
this one. I got to tell you, when I heard about this, I geeked out so much.
To be fair, when we first heard of this news circling around the internet, it was more speculated that that Keaton would become the Batman of the DC EU. We're like, oh wait, what? So no Ben Affleck, and then like the Pattinson's Batman, it's kind of
Mhm.
like a standalone thing. Like, oh really? This is how they're doing it, but like okay, but it's Keaton, and we loved him as Batman, so like who cares? So since then, because that was literally the first day that we heard the news, like within the first hour, it was since then it's been clarified by the author of the article, Brooks Barnes, who was referring to Keaton's prospective role in The Flash opposite Ezra Miller. So according to IGN, both Affleck and Keaton are reported to be reprising their respective Batman roles in The Flash, and the movie is believed to deal with the multiverse. Director Andy Muschietti, sorry, has revealed that the movie will offer its own take on the Flashpoint storyline. So, what do we think about seeing both of the versions of both versions of Batman in the Flash movie, and then which DCEU? I guess we'll do that first. We'll do that question first. So, how do we feel about seeing both versions of this? Because you had a theory before all this was clarified and everything. Before we sat there and we're like, oh my god, Keaton, you thought it wasn't Batman. You thought that he was going to be.
Well, technically, he is Batman. In the Flashpoint Paradox, the cartoon that they released, the cartoon film, when he goes back in time, it's Thomas Wayne who is Batman, and it is Martha Wayne who became the Joker when Bruce Wayne got shot by the mugger. So
Yes.
I was thinking, oh, this is going to be so cool to
Mhm.
see the Flash go back and have Michael Keaton as Thomas Wayne. And I was geeking out because I was like, that's an awesome story. But then it sounded like, oh no, Michael Keaton was going to be the new Batman. So I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe they're going to do like a Batman Beyond. And we're going to have Michael Keaton be Bruce Wayne, and he is technically still like the Batman, but he's the one who gives the suit, and he's the one. Names. I hate names. The kid who took over the mantle of Batman and Batman Beyond. I'm sure
Comment in the chat
someone
if you know.
in the chat will know. And to have that story, to tell the story of Batman Beyond. So I was excited to hear that. So, but then they're like, no. He's just going to be reprising his role. So that means he's still the Batman from
His Batman movie.
his Batman from his 2 Batman movies. So I'm kind of like, oh, so they're going to be completely flipping around. What is it called? Flashpoint Paradox, because there was none of that.
Well, that's why I like
that's why
quote
it
from the
said,
article, believed to deal with the multiverse, and even the director says that the movie will offer its own take on the Flashpoint storyline. So they're not it's not a direct copy.
Even though I would have loved to have seen that.
But I mean, we have the animated, if you want to watch that, they have the Flashpoint Paradox.
Terry, thank you.
Of course, movie bunch Adam. My lips are sticky. Movie bunch Adam coming through with the facts. Yes.
Yep. And I thought that I love that series. It was one of the first Batman cartoons that really added kind of that like cyberpunk kind of vibe to it. And I was just kind of like, this is a really cool story. I liked where it went, and we've been asking for Batman Beyond for a while.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is great. They're going to do it. No, they're not.
No, they're
But
not.
I'm still excited to see Michael Keaton in whatever he does. And if he's coming back.
Did I just close all my tabs by accident?
I think you did. Or at least you didn't close the StreamYard tab.
What the heck did I do?
Oh, wait, maybe you just put it onto a different tab. Oh, well, while you do that,
Anyways, you talk.
So honestly, just being able to have Michael Keaton in the mix and to kind of be able to bring back some of the stories or reference some of the people that were
Mm-hmm.
in the original Batman movies, I think would be great. But here's something that just popped in my head.
Mm-hmm.
If
There we go.
Michael Keaton is playing the Batman that he played back in when was that, 89 or was that 90? Back in the very first
89, I think. I could be wrong. That
back
sounds
in
wrong.
the that Batman movie, the Joker's dead. So that means there's no Joker that you can reference in it. And you also know Penguin's dead, and no, Catwoman's still around. So because she did not die in Batman Returns.
So speaking of different DCEU characters, the next question we have for you guys is which DCEU character would you like to see show up in the Flash movie?
Well, honestly, I would love to see Cyborg, but I don't think
I
that's going to
don't
happen.
think that's
I don't
gonna
think that's happening with
happen.
all of the nice
Yeah,
that's Hollywood for you, baby.
I
What happened to him? That's Hollywood.
well, I would love to like really get, when they, because I think they're all like trials and there's a lot of stuff they probably can't release to the public, but I would when they can, I would love to get like all the info on all of that because it's escalated to like now he's just won't be in that movie. They
And he
won't
won't be
he won't be recast. So I was like, oh, dang, I actually kind of like Cyborg
yeah, he was pretty cool.
and just so like I'm excited, looking forward to the future when we get the Snyder cut. We will get to see more of him, hopefully. So that'll be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, for DCU characters, if all is fair game, I want to see Grant Gustin's Flash. I mean, Ezra appeared on the show.
Why don't
So
you have
even
have
if
it a
it's
little
just
bit
for
of
a
vice
little
versa?
bit,
I think that'd be
yeah.
awesome to have him actually in a movie, to bring a television character
Yeah.
to the big screen. I think
Yeah.
that'd be really fun.
That would be really really cool. Just because I like his version of the Flash a lot.
Mhm.
We were really into the TV show for a while, and then I think then CW then it wasn't on Hulu. Like they weren't putting it on Hulu, so we kind of lost the ability to be able to watch it. And then but now I think it's available. You can find it one way or another. So we just kind of fell off the train there a little bit. But I'd love to get back on it because I definitely spoiled some stuff for myself. Be like, well, what's this clip about on YouTube? Click on that. I was like,
And
oh,
spoiled.
so much has happened.
I like what Nikita
Yay, Nikita!
is to get her in there as Batgirl or Zatanna. I would love to see both of those characters.
Just wanna do a quick plug. Nikita is not only an actress and a host, she's also a content creator. She is a producer and a filmmaker, and she actually did a Zatanna web miniseries short film. I don't know what you want to. It was called a miniseries where I had the honor of playing her version of Katana. It was so much fun. It is on her. I think you can. Can you click on her thing there? I think it's on her Instagram actually, by the same name, and you can watch it under her IGTV. It's all there. So go ahead and give that a watch. It's pretty cool if I do say so myself. Other than Zatanna, we see Vixen, Katana, of course, Killer Frost, Jim Carrey's Riddler. Ooh,
that would be funny because he's still alive.
Yeah.
And I think technically all four of those Batman movies are the same Batman, are technically the same Batman.
Ooh.
So you could have Arnold in there as Mr. Freeze.
No.
Go like Batman, chill.
No. I mean,
oh my god.
Of course, Batgirl. I want to see Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Yeah.
I would love to see. I would love them to introduce Zatanna.
I think I can do without Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Freeze. It worked.
You
back
know what
then.
killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Was that really a line?
That was a line.
I don't even remember. I do remember Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, and I kind of loved her outfit. I loved her outfit with the little vine as her eyebrows. Oh man, that's great.
I'm just one thing that I am super excited about what the DC universe is doing is the fact they're finally starting to go, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to make good movies. They don't have to line up. They don't need to connect. We don't need to follow what Marvel's doing. We're going to do our own thing. and it's gonna be awesome. Look what they did with the Joker. Look what they did with what I am
So
hoping
good.
to be with
Battinson.
Battingson. And oh my
I'm like
gosh,
obsessed with that trailer.
I can't pronounce that name.
Who? John?
Yeah, John.
John Elite
Sean,
45.
I have been dying to see
Clayface.
Clayface for so long, since like the second Batman movie. I've been like, I want to see Clayface. This is an amazing character. We have the technology to do the CGI on it,
Mhm.
and Clayface. I mean, to have the kind of espionage, what is that called? Like spy thriller with a shapeshifter in Batman, and then have him be this like award-winning actor who knows how to be like to do all of these different characters.
Yeah.
I've been dying to see Clayface in a live action Batman movie,
Well,
and I want to see it so bad.
that's what's kind of really cool about comic book movies is that these are definitely always possible. You know, it's not out of, it's not like they don't exist so you won't ever. It's like, no, they exist, and there's always a chance, especially when you do sort of a multiverse, flashpoint paradox sort of a thing. And then of course, what goes without saying, I would love to see Wonder Woman in it, and would love to see Aquaman in it.
Yeah.
Superman, Batman, well, Batman, we're getting two Batmans, so yeah. I just don't want to overstuff the film, but I still want to see, little snippets of some of our beloved characters from the DCEU as well.
And honestly, this is the thing with the way that the DC universe is going. You can just be like, hey, you know what? We're going to make a movie about this. It has no connection to any other movie. We just want to tell an awesome story about Clayface. We want to tell an awesome story about the Suicide Squad. They don't connect in any way, shape, or form. We just want to tell a good movie. I am happy about that. I want to see that. I want to experience just whatever content you want to give us about the DC universe. I'm in.
Quick interruption. Do we want to go in the gardeners here?
Oh yeah, I've got to.
We have to pay our governor. Governor. We have to pay our gardener. Pay our gardener.
It's on those. He's the governor.
So Dustin's gonna go and do that real quick while we just sit here and chit chat. Navi's following him like, thanks, I don't matter as much. I only feed you and pet you every day. Thanks, and the dog just left me. But yeah, this is really exciting. And then, of course, to wrap up sort of this segment of our conversation, want to also ask you guys, and sorry if you hear the leaf blower out there because they're literally outside right now. Would you want to see Keaton in future Batman films? And how would you like to see WB kind of approach that? Do you want to, obviously if we have the Flashpoint paradox, we can, and depending on how he is presented in this movie, I feel like there's always potential to see more Michael Keaton as Batman and things like that. So we will see. Go ahead and comment that in the comment section. Oh, Navi's feisty. In the comments below or in the chat. Adam says, hell, I want Batmite to appear in live action. I actually don't know enough about Batmite, but I will ask Dustin when he gets back. I want you guys in your TKD outfits. It's like we haven't been able to practice Taekwondo for a while because the studios obviously have all shut down due to the pandemic. So the TKD outfits are like smushed somewhere. I like don't even think I have it hanging up anymore. It's like folded and in a drawer somewhere. So, but maybe one day we'll do just the top, just the top, because the outfit, it's comfy, but it can get a little warm, especially with the lights that we have. This room gets a little bit warm. And let's see. John says I wouldn't mind Keaton in other movies. Yep. David says, I'll have to see Keaton in the Flash movie first before deciding. And I'm kind of feeling the same way as you, David. I feel like I would, obviously, I have no doubt he's going to do a fantastic job. It's not like a new take on the role. It's his role. He's been Batman. He's been there. But I would have to see how they present the film, how they present both of the Batmans, and then to see if, we want to see more of that. Tyrone, hey, love the background. Thank you so much. We're trying to fix it. See how Dustin doesn't sit here so it doesn't block the light. So I'm know for a fact that it's our lighting. It's not the best, but we're working on it. But I do like this kind of like pow background, like, hey, it just, and then, depending on what shirt you wear, your shirt gets transformed. It's like a translucent shirt. That's hilarious. Oh, man. Oh, Martian Manhunter. That's actually something I didn't even think about. I wouldn't mind that either, honestly. That would be pretty awesome. That would be pretty awesome. Let's see. Movie Bunch Adam says, I am okay with Keaton in anything in an ideal world. I would have loved to see Val Kilmer reprise the role, but his throat cancer obviously will never allow that, which is really sad. Maybe in an ideal world, wouldn't it be cool to see all the versions of Batman in a Flash movie? That'd be great. We get a little bit of Pattinson, we get a little bit of Batfleck, we get a little bit of Keaton, Val Kilmer, we get a Clooney, we get, well, not Adam West because, but a version of that I think would be pretty cool.
George Clooney.
But we can't just exclude him out if we're gonna put all the Batmans in there.
Yeah.
You can't just exclude them.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, well, you didn't like the bat nipples?
Nope, didn't quite like the bat
nipples.
What
was the credit card?
Oh my God!
Batman credit card.
Don't leave the cave without it.
That was pretty terrible. I remember seeing that. I was like, "What is this? What is this?" Oh man. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to our final topic for today, and that is our most anticipated films of 2021. Let me find the banner. Okay, so we're just going to kind of mention some of the movies we're looking forward to in 2021. We're not going to put them in any sort of grade or number because I think it overcomplicates things, and then also our order is going to change. So we're just going to go down the list. And we will start with Dustin. Dustin's gonna name one. I'm gonna name one. A lot of our list also repeats, so that'll happen, which is why I'm gonna just look over at his list and see.
I mean,
why don't you pick?
I kind of went through the entire list of all movies,
all filmography,
and anything that was coming out that sounded interesting, I put it down. But then I went through the list again, and then I put checks on the things that got me excited.
Okay.
I have, I have like maybe 20 to 30 different movies on here.
Just pick one.
I mean, some of the movies that I am definitely the most excited about are going to be some of the comic book movies.
Yes.
So some of the Marvel movies that are coming out, the DC movies that are coming out. I mean, one of them that I'm super excited about is Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to see that. I am excited to see this new rendition of the Suicide Squad and to see it kind of be taken a little bit more tongue-in-cheek.
Yes.
Kind of thing, because the Suicide Squad are kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of group.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it, Mr. Polka Dot?
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man.
So I think that is one of my most anticipated movies of 2021.
Nice. Following in the same realm of comic book movies, really looking forward to Black Widow. Really, I still feel like it's just like a little too late. I feel like I would have loved to have gotten her movie a couple of years ago.
Well, this year it would have been nice to have had it. Oh, a couple years ago. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Earlier,
before what happened to her.
Yeah, I would. But either way, we're getting it, and I am just really happy that we are getting a Black Widow standalone film, and it's going to be action-packed. It's got, it's just all the trailer, every single trailer I see, I get even more excited, even if it's just kind of repeated footage and it's in a different order. Like, I'm dying to see her face off with Taskmaster. Dying to see what kind of crazy, insane stunts and fighting styles and fight sequences that we're going to get in this film. It's going to be amazing.
I mean, just all of the
different... cross that off my list
now. However, a movie that I've been really looking forward to, and I know Wendy's been looking really forward to, Raya and the Last Dragon. That movie just looks epic. I love the animation that they have. I love the voice actors that they got for it.
Kelly Marie Tran. Yay.
And I mean, you have Dragon.
Come
and
on now.
you have the dragon in the title, so it's already a bonus for me.
I just love how she looks, and it just reminded me a little bit of that, Katara, Last Airbender,
Hmm.
Korra sort of a deal, and I was just like, I don't know, it just looks really cool. The animation looks great. Got to see like an exclusive clip when we were at D23, and it looked sick. Like the trailer doesn't even do it justice, to be honest. From what
Yeah.
I saw and got to see it on the big projected screen, it looked fantastic, and I cannot wait. And I'll go ahead and cross that off my list. Let's see the next one. I am very excited for. It's horror. It's Candyman.
I'm not excited about this, so I'm going to go get a
Oh,
pencil so I can start crossing out mine.
so excited for it just because it's horror, and I I feel like it's been a while since I've like ventured back into the Candyman movie. So now that you can just borrow my pen, you didn't need to get your own. I have
I
one
got
right
it.
here.
I'm
Oh,
good. I'm
okay.
good.
We can share. Half of mine is yours, technically.
I know, but I know how you are about your pens.
This is true.
So, Raya.
Raya crossed out. Okay, what's next on your list?
Next, well, technically these are in no order
In-
whatsoever.
Right, but
I'm just doing the ones. One of the ones that I'm really excited about is Morbius,
ooh,
the
I totally
yeah,
left that off
the Spider-Man villain.
because I forgot about it.
So
How? Why?
I want to see this because I mean, I like for them to be expanding the world of Spider-Man, the
Mm-hmm.
way that they kind of did it with Venom. Now, Venom, I was hot and cold with. There were some things that I liked,
Yes.
but it didn't quite satisfy. But Morbius looks good because it's a sympathetic villain. He's a guy who has a terminal illness. He tries to find a cure, and it goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
really
can't believe I
curious to
left
see
that off
that.
my list. I don't
So
know
I've got
why.
Morbius, Raya, Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. I said Candyman.
You said Black
Yep.
Widow.
And let's see. You said Spider-Man, so my brain immediately went to Tom Holland, and that got me
Yes.
very excited for double whammy here. For Uncharted and for Chaos Walking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I thought you were actually going to say the next Spider-Man movie.
Well, that's kind of a given, I think.
Yeah, true. But yeah, both Uncharted and Chaos. Oh, actually, I thought Chaos Walking,
But you didn't write it
but
down.
I don't think
That's
I
okay.
put it down. I wanted to. Maybe did I just skip it on the list? But yeah, seeing the idea and the concept behind Chaos Walking, I was like, this looks really good. I like the idea of kind of your thoughts being a visual kind of a thing, and you hear it too.
Yeah. From a lot of the comments that I saw in our trailer reaction video for Chaos Walking, that a lot of people who have read the book like the interpretation of how you can see versus hear the thoughts
Yeah.
of men. So I kind of that seems really positive. So I'm looking forward to it. I did download the book, which is The Knife of Never Letting Go. And then since there's so many books, there's like now I have to download like the High Republic books, and I have Cherry's another movie. It's Tom Holland movie. Looking forward to that.
That looks intense.
Downloaded the book for that. Haven't dug into it. I got Dune, which I'm honestly a little afraid of, like, because it's very dense. It's not
Mhm.
it's not a one time listen through, especially since I absorb, reading a book differently than listening to a book. This is going to be like a multiple listen. I feel like I really just shouldn't even worry about the Dune book until after I see the movie, because then I'm going to do the thing where I compare.
Yeah, Dune is dense, and
Yeah.
Dune is on my list. Though from the trailers that I've seen, I want to see this movie.
Mhm.
So I am super excited for Dune. And yes, I'm probably going to pull a Wendy. I will wait until I see the movie before I read that book, because that
Yeah.
is like bam, kind of a that's beyond dense.
And I think there's more than one. So
Yeah, and there's more than one.
Want to read one, got to read them all. So at least that's
Exactly.
how I am. Like I will push through it, be like, I'll just read all of them.
And I'm also right now in the middle of reading a book series called Stormlight Archives by Brian Sanderson. And holy cow,
Big.
that is a dense. It's like
Robert Jordan books.
It
You know,
is.
they kind of
It's
start like
about 50
regular, and then they get like this.
It's about a 50-hour book, more than 50 hours worth of reading. So that looks really cool. But so yeah, Dune is definitely on my list that I can
Dune,
now
Cherry,
check
Chaos
out.
Walking. And I see a
Mhm.
lot of you writing in the comments there. You're excited to see Angelina Jolie in Marvel, which brings us to Eternals.
Eternals.
Eternals. Very excited about it. Still don't know as much. I haven't like started my like in more in-depth research into Eternals, and I'm just really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be something different, something fresh, or at least for those of us who um don't know the source material when it comes to the comic books, but like
Mhm.
seeing it, being brought into the MCU, I think it's going to be really exciting, really really fun. And we'll cross that off. And of course, Shang-Chi and the
That's on
Legend of
my
the Ten Rings.
list. That's on my
Yeah,
list.
Simu.
So, I mean, honestly, I just can't wait to also see more of this movie until they bring out, like a real trailer, until they tell us a little bit more about the 10 rings that I'm super excited about to actually see a real manifestation of the Mandarin.
Oh, ooh, excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. I just hope that when these movies come, oh god, I don't even know. Do I want to put it out in the universe? I wish that we will be able to go back into the theaters to see this.
Yeah.
It's just like as much as I wanted to see Wonder Woman on the big screen, I want to do the same for Black Widow and for Shang-Chi and all the other Marvel films. So it's and Suicide Squad and things like that. So I'm hoping this is the year by like the summer we can
We
feel
actually get
comfortable to go into that one, the theaters around us will be able to reopen if they haven't completely like been forced to close permanently, and then we get to go and do that.
And another one that I've actually been seeing pop up a lot on the chat, and that is actually on my list, is Ryan Reynolds in Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Anything with Ryan Reynolds, where Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds gets to kind of be
Ryan
Reynolds. It's always entertaining. Hopefully, there'll be I want to see Free Guy. I'm hoping that they'll push the envelope a little bit more with Deadpool 3.
I want him to advertise his own it's the rum, or the vodka, the aviation in the film, just because
Gin.
as
I
a
think it's
gin,
a
the
gin.
yes, in the ad. I think that'd be so funny.
Oh, like in the video game, in the
Yes.
movie, in the video game, there's an ad for
Of Ryan Reynolds, like,
gin. Ryan Reynolds holding his
super
gin.
meta. Let's break the fourth wall. It's all about that. I think that'll be hilarious. And I also see a comment from Jim Sandlin. Hey Jim, how about Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Oh god,
definitely on both of our lists.
Yeah,
that trailer, so good.
It's not just on, it's a star on my list. So
Must
I mean, I
watch.
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 movies that are starred in the group of movies.
Guys, it's gonna be a really good year for movies, especially with HBO and WB kind of releasing their movies simultaneously, on the kind of possibility that we aren't all ready to go back into, have the ability to go back into theaters. Like, is it the best viewing experience seeing it from your home? No, but do you still get to see the movie anyways? Yeah. So we're excited about that. And since you kind of went the retro for Ghostbusters, I'm gonna say Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
That is right. Top Gun Maverick.
Oh my
is
gosh.
coming out.
I feel the need.
The need for speed.
I can't wait. That's going to be fun. Do you ever tell them the story of, do you want to tell them the story of Top Gun?
I have a history.
I don't know if we ever told you guys
So
that.
my parents were very loose with the rules of me watching R-rated movies when I was a kid. They were all, honestly, when I was young, I remember seeing Total Recall. I remember seeing Top Gun. However, after they showed me the movie Top Gun, I went around flipping people off all the time.
Little kid, like, yeah.
And the big thing is, I think I was in kindergarten, and I was going around the playground flipping kids off. And they call my mom in, and of course, and they go, yeah, we had a little trouble with Dustin today. And she's going,
imagine
like,
getting
oh my
called to
God,
the principal's
what
office.
did he do? What did he do? He was going around. It's a marker.
Your knuckles. Sorry.
They're all scratched up. He was going around flipping people off on the playground today. And my mom's going, uh-oh. And I asked him, where did he learn it? And my mom was saying that she was like sitting there going, oh my gosh, he's going to say that I learned it from my mom because my mom flips my dad off all the time, which she does. That's kind of like one of their little things.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I said I learned it from the movie Top Gun. And that was the only day that I got sent to the principal's office and my mom took me to go get ice cream.
Yeah. Because
she was like, "Oh my God, thank you for not implementing me in your flipping off kids, Dustin.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying it was the movie Top Gun. We're going to go get ice cream."
Well, I mean, which you're not telling a lie. You did see it in Top Gun, and then you
Yeah.
so, what do you have to lie about being kindergarten age?
Yeah.
Let's see. Tom Cruise, which makes me think of Mission Impossible 7.
Mission Impossible in space.
This is the one, right?
I think
he's
this
going
is
to space.
I think this is supposed to be the one that he goes to space.
What kind
They
of
might have
crazy
changed that
stunts?
around.
What kind of crazy stunts are we going to see?
That he's actually out in a spacesuit, flying around like a.
He's gonna kick a space shuttle. Huh! I don't know. That's more like Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
That's
true.
more Fast and Furious. But
He'll take like a little what is that called? Like a screw or a bolt, and he'll flick it, and it'll go so fast because it's in a vacuum, and it breaks something.
And then he'll use the force from whatever thing that he exploded to shoot himself back into the escape pod. I don't know. It's stupid theories. Stupid theories.
But yeah, Mission Impossible, always fun to see how Tom Cruise is going to risk his life.
Yeah.
And see, hey, this is the last stunt that Tom Cruise ever did.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
Oh.
To be like, dude, he has pushed the envelope of personal safety.
How do you top that?
I know.
How do you top that?
How do you top being, one, in space, but also how do you top being latched to an airplane as it takes off?
Okay, MK says, thank you, MK, says, Mission Impossible was not going to space, different film with Tom Cruise going to space. Though I also wouldn't mind a Mission Impossible going to space.
I think it's just the fact that we've gotten so used to Tom Cruise doing outrageously weird, incredible stunts for Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
That I think we kind of just put 2 and 2 together.
Yes.
But yeah.
And also, speaking of amazing trailers, amazing stunts, No Time to Die is another film. I'm very
James Bond.
Oh my
Daniel
gosh.
Craig.
So excited. Like, the trailer is so good. It just looks it's I feel like the stunts are in a very, like, even more so elevated in this one than any of the other ones. And that's saying a lot because, like, it's a James Bond film. So obviously you have really fantastic fight sequences and stunt scenes and things like that. But that one I am really looking forward to as well.
Super excited. Okay, so let's see here. We got some spy movie. Oh, wait, we already said Ghostbuster Afterlife. I am super excited for Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah.
All right. How about, let me see here. Black Adam. Isn't Black Adam coming out next year?
I think it's 2021.
I want to see Black Adam. I want to see The Rock become a supervillain.
That's going to be so cool.
I'm super excited to see that. And I loved what they did for the DC fandom, to where they were talking, where they gave us like that little animation of Black Adam while The Rock
during the DC fandom.
Yeah.
Looked
and
good.
So it made me just super excited for it. So definitely, Black Adam.
Black Adam. I'm trying to see if I have another a comic book type of movie to follow that. I don't, so I'm going to pick Godzilla.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
Oh my gosh. I actually just ordered a really cool cropped hoodie from Hero Within. It's not Godzilla, but it's one of the
it's
kaijus.
Monster Zero.
Yeah. And it just looks really cool, but it's I didn't put it in the dryer because sometimes I don't like to put specialty prints and stuff like that in the dryer because I feel like it fades the color and everything. So it's hanging up to dry, and because it's a sweatshirt, it's a little bit dense, so I'm leaving it down there it's probably dry at this point. But yeah, looking forward to that. I just love seeing kaijus on the big screen.
Yeah,
it's
to
so
see
cool.
Let them fight.
Let them fight.
So yeah, super excited to see some Godzilla versus Kong action. And plus, this is a movie that has been people have been crying for this movie for so long. They've been wanting to see a Kong versus a Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
And now that they have them about the same size, it's possible. You can now throw them in the same universe,
Yeah.
have them do this awesome smackdown battle. So I'm excited for that.
There's also, I'm trying to think of like epic films.
Matrix 4.
Oh.
The Matrix 4 is coming out.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
on my list. Well, I think it's coming out 2021 or 2022.
I want to say, isn't that more of a 2022 film?
It
I
might
could be
be.
wrong,
It might
because I know
be.
production and everything got all screwy. So release dates and everything it's a little bit screwy in our heads. But let's see. Adam says, I'm also rooting for Kong as the underdog.
Yep. I
Yeah.
want to see Kong. I want even though I love Godzilla too. Godzilla is one of my favorite monsters, kind of a
Oh
thing.
man, I remember when, was it in the first film or in the second Godzilla film, where he took, I think it was the first one, he like, and he breathed his,
Yeah.
that was such a Godzilla
That
moment. It
was such
great.
an awesome moment.
So
when we
great.
saw that happening, I was like, oh, that is so awesome.
Really good, really good. And then to bring things over back to the cute side, Luca.
Actually, I have Luca down on my list, but I haven't really seen it. Have we seen anything?
I don't think
for
there's
that?
a trailer, but it's the
There's
art.
not like a trailer.
I just love the art of it. So it just looks super cute, super colorful, and I just, as much as I love big action tentpole movies and things like that, I think like nice little, colorful animation. It's always, that's why I look forward to like things like Raya, Luca, and Kanto is another one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be super, super, super cute.
And we did kind of mention it, but we didn't really officially address it. The Spider-Man 3 movie.
Yeah, I feel like that's a
So,
given.
That's
I
kind
feel
of
like
a
that's kind of a
given,
given.
especially with all of the things that they're going to be, all the characters that they're going to be bringing back
Holy
in the
crap.
Spider-Man. So I'm like, I'm paying color me, what is it? Tickle me, whatever that phrase is. But yeah, I'm super interested. I want to see
Color me curious.
Color me curious. That's the phrase. Thank you very much. I'm a dork. But yeah.
Yes.
Definitely the new Spider-Man movie. I'm really curious on how they're going to do all of these multiverse stuff. And right now that's kind of the hot button, I guess, is how do we do a multiverse in our cinematic universe?
Yes.
To keep our, cinematic universe going.
Yes. Jim has a great comment in the chat. The little things that's coming to HBO and in theaters. There will be a trailer reaction for that, but dang, that I am, and it's coming out soon, isn't it? Wait, hold on. Let me just do a quick Google search here. With Denzel Washington, Rami Malek is in it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The little things. I want to say it's coming out
really
soon.
Good.
It is coming out.
And Jared Leto
at the end of January. Yeah, I think. Why doesn't it show me?
Maybe. Oh wait, no, that's right. A release date, January 29th.
January 29th. So looking forward to that. It looks like a very, well, you guys will watch our trailer reaction and I don't want to give it away because we haven't posted that video yet. What's next on your list?
Well, actually, I have a ton left here on my list.
Why don't you go down some? Because I think I'm narrowing down to mine. Okay,
well, also Sherlock Holmes 3 is supposed to be coming out, which I'm excited to see. I just want to see
who's the main baddie in it. Are they doing Moriarty?
I don't know.
Because then the last thing that happened in Book of Shadows.
Book of Shadows. Actually, I think that's what.
No, it's not. It's the Game of Shadows.
Game of Shadows.
I don't know why I said book.
But I want to see.
Didn't they both go over the
Robert Downey Jr.?
But didn't they both go over the waterfall?
True, but Moriarty at the very, very end, Robert Downey Jr., pops out from the couch, writes a question mark on the book.
Oh, because he was like in disguise and he like popped out of the. Oh, God, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. I didn't love that movie as much as I loved the first.
The first one was really good. The second one wasn't as good. I was a little upset that they killed off Irene Adler so quickly.
I think I just liked it because it's Sherlock and it's Moriarty,
Yeah.
But we will see. Is it still Guy Ritchie that's directing this one?
I don't know, actually. I'm going to have to check that out.
Okay, well, check it out while you go down your next list.
Definitely Sherlock Holmes is one of them. Minions, The Rise of Gru.
Oh, cute.
Remember that trailer that we saw
with young Gru?
With young Gru, but it was like, minions, punch you in the face, hit you on this, minions, watch it. kind of thing.
And you loved it.
I loved it.
You
I was
loved
I am
it.
so into this. I want to see this movie. It looked like it was just dumb fun with the minions and Gru and shenanigans.
Dexter Fletcher is the director for the next Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But here, I want to start just blurting some stuff out.
Okay.
And if people want to hear us talk a little bit more about it,
Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. So definitely Coming to America. Coming to America is really looks
coming out real soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get to see that real soon.
Coming to America, The Kingsman, Mortal Kombat. I know for a lot of people it was a lot higher on their list, but I haven't really seen anything for it yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to hold off judgment on that until I actually get a little bit more
I'm pretty
content.
sure all the stunt sequence is going to be sick.
Yes. As long as it's more like the first Mortal Kombat and not like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which was terrible. A Quiet Place 2. Yeah. You keep on pumping that up that you want me to see the first one.
It looks so good.
So I definitely need to see the first one and need to see the second one.
I have it.
Into the Heights.
I cannot wait. I'm so disappointed that we didn't get to see it last year. But at the same time, maybe it's good because that's also a movie I feel like deserved to be seen on the big screen, hearing that music, watching the dance, the choreography. I very much am looking forward to seeing in the Heights. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in theaters as well.
So
I think I had that somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in there you had it.
Okay.
Curious about Space Jam 2? Just I'm kind of like, okay, let's see what you got. Let me show you a trailer.
Sing the theme song, and then I realized that I'm on YouTube and they're going to copyright me if I do it.
One that's actually a little bit higher on my list that kind of got lost here: Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise with The Rock.
Yes, and Emily Blunt.
Yeah. So that looks like fun. Death on the Nile looks like a really good, intense murder mystery.
Agatha Christie books, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be so good. That was on my list as well. I have 3 left on my list.
Ridley Scott is coming out with a movie called The Last Duel. I know nothing else about it. Just The Last Duel. I'm like, this sounds pretty cool.
Because you're a Ridley fan, so you're like, why not?
I'm not that. Oh, actually, no, I'm not that big of a Ridley Scott fan.
Okay.
Some of the stuff, yes, I do like.
Okay.
But it just the title and the fact that it's Ridley Scott, I'm kind of like, okay.
Okay, so
I'm just like, oh, maybe there's some
Adam
cool,
Driver's in
futuristic.
Jodie Comer, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck.
Holy
crap.
Okay,
well, sign me up.
So I'm just curious about it. It struck my tickled my fancy when I saw it.
So it's based on the book The Last Duel, a true story of trial by combat in medieval France.
Ooh, yes, see some good sword. Wow. That's what I was hoping, is that there'd be some good sword fighting type of action.
Wow,
scenes.
Sign me up.
So The Last Duel seems interesting.
Amazing.
Last 3, Snake Eye.
Okay.
Snake Eyes, because I think it's based off the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. I remember them talking about.
Have them hide in the box.
Oh no, not.
Oh no, sorry. I am thinking of Metal Gear Solid. Yeah.
You're thinking of Metal Gear Solid.
Sorry.
I'm thinking of G.I. Joe,
which is not
Snake
coming
Eyes,
out this year at all.
Which I would love to see a little bit more story behind Snake Eyes, because his character is pretty cool.
Yeah.
West Side Story, and there is rumors of a Masters of the Universe movie.
Really?
So
you would be excited about that.
Oh yeah. Is there anything that I did not say?
Yes, there's 3 that I have written down. I have Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh yeah.
I have Halloween. Yeah. Wait, is that Halloween?
Something like that. Yeah.
Or am I doing the wrong one? Let me know if I'm doing the wrong one. And I'm sorry if I am. Halloween Kills and Green Knight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how that I missed that on my list.
It was supposed to be last year, I think, and then they pushed it to this year, so we'll see. Hey, Adam Green brings up a great point about Snake Eyes, is that he says as long as Snake Eyes doesn't talk, we should be fine.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, do you don't want to make that character, like, even though it's a main character, kind of like if you were to do Link in Legend of Zelda as a movie or a TV show, it's like he's never really spoken in a film, in any of the games, so would you want him to do that and really kind of shatter what the source material has been laid out?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Oh, sorry. Mr. Goji says that's Friday the 13th. See, I knew it. Sometimes I get they all like mush up for me. Sorry, guys. Are you guys
Oh
reading
yeah,
the
that's right. Mike Myers is that really high pitched. I can't do
ding
it,
ding ding ding
but
ding ding ding
yeah,
ding?
the
I don't want to get copyright though.
I'm not a big horror fan,
Yeah.
so I do not know that. Once I hear it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Let's see. Mr. Goji says, anyone hear about the new live action Transformers Beast Wars movie coming out soon? Somebody should ask Mr. John Roca about that.
Oh yeah, he
loves the Transformers. I remember sitting next to him and for Bumblebee, Travis Knight's Bumblebee, and he just like ate it up. It was so great to see someone enjoy the movie so much. And that's why I like going to theaters for movies, because he sat there, he's just with his popcorn, he's like, yeah.
gravitas.
Gravitas. We have a super chat from Ronnie Dodge. Thank you so much, Ronnie.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Ronnie writes, I'm very excited for Tom Holland in Uncharted.
Yes.
Us too.
Yes.
Us
I'm
too.
really curious to see how he handles it.
We didn't
it's
miss any
supposed to be
super
a
chats, did we?
younger
I don't think
Nathan.
so.
Oh my God, Nathan! I almost said Nathan Fillion, but no, Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake.
So
I mean, we want him to be. We had wanted him to be Nathan Drake.
Yeah, for a really long time.
But now we are moving forward with Tom Holland. So I am, what I really am excited for is that because he's playing a young Nathan Drake, he can age with all the movies, just kind of like how we'll see him age with the Spider-Man.
Yes.
With his version of Peter Parker. Like, that's going to be really cool to watch. And he's such a phenomenal actor. And he is very excited to see, like, he's got so much stuff lined up for himself this year. And he's having a great career, and while I love him as Spider-Man, I am really excited to see him in Cherry.
Yes.
Especially after seeing him in The Devil All the Time. Like, people are like,
gosh, he's
got that baby face, like he can't do this, like he's just Peter Parker, or he's this, like, no, like he can go to some very dark places. And I think if you haven't seen
and he's really
The Devil
good with
All the
that
Time,
accent. He can drop that. He can drop his English accent.
All their accents were good in the film, and they were all British actors.
Yeah.
If you think about it, most of our British actors,
Mm-hmm.
their Southern drawl is better than some of the how the American actors can do it. But yeah, those are, I think, most of our. I don't think. Hoping I didn't miss any of the films between the both of us.
I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think so
on
too.
listing movies that were coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've gone over we've almost hit an hour and a half on.
I knew this was going to happen, but considering the fact that we didn't get to do our very first live stream of 2021 yesterday during the time that we wanted to, we figured we'd dive into it a little bit more, do a little bit longer of a stream and catch up with you guys, because we have missed you. We decided to kind of take a little bit like a mini hiatus from, like the holidays to the new year. Didn't really like worry too much about like, we got to film XYZ, and Dustin and I will sit down and kind of talk about our workload, because I think what 2020 has taught me is that being confined to your apartment and not being able to do your everyday activities, such as like, hey, so and so, are you bored? Hey, me too. Let's go grab a coffee, and just freely being able to go and do that, or walk to the mall, or like
just to be able to mingle with friends, to have that socialization. Like, say, if you're at work, you're still able to talk to those people.
Right.
You're still able to communicate.
Right.
You're not able to do that much anymore.
Yes.
So it's a little wear and tear on your soul,
on your mental health. So we will sit down and kind of talk about our workload, because what I did notice about 2020 and dealing with the pandemic is that I get overwhelmed a lot easier than I expected, where I was kind of like, I really, like, I hit my mental capacity a lot quicker than I have ever in all the other years of working and having to juggle like 2 jobs and acting and auditions and this and that, and wanted to do YouTube, and like this year's definitely hit like a capacity for me. So we're gonna go ahead and Vanja says mine was the first super chat of the year. Yay, Vanja!
Woo!
We're so glad you're here, and thank you all of you for participating, for being here, for hanging out. Another thing that we didn't mention, we mentioned a little bit when we were talking about movies in space.
Oh yeah,
Fast and Furious 9. Like, who that trailer was bananas. When they took like that swing off the cliff, I was like, are they really gonna the car still? Oh, they're doing that, and you just see both of their faces.
These movies don't follow the laws of physics, and I love it.
It doesn't have to. Yeah, that's another. I remember having so much fun watching Fast 8.
Family.
It was such a fun one. So that we'll add that to our list as well. And you guys, my laptop battery is about to die. I don't know where my charger is. So we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye here. Also, don't forget, tomorrow is Friday. Dustin and I are going to stop by our mailbox to pick up some stuff. So we'll be doing a sort of like a unboxing and catch up, very casual sort of a thing on my Instagram, which is just my name is at Wendy Lee Zaney. So make sure you check that out tomorrow. I'm not sure about what time, but I'm thinking like midday, like early afternoonish will probably be the time. So thank you guys all for hanging out. If you haven't already, you can come and hang out with us on our Discord. A super fun group of people. Our movie bunch are great. We talk about a lot of anything and everything. If there is a like not a channel that you see, put it in the suggestion box and I will create a channel for you, which is how we got what we're listening to and a TV show news discussion, because all of it kind of fell under like movie news, even though
Yeah.
like like WandaVision technically isn't movie news. So we created a whole new channel. So it's a very open, welcoming group. We hope to see you there, and we will hope to see you on Saturday for our next live stream and Friday on Instagram. We will see you then. Bye, you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.